All right, my man is here.
Dave Sweet.
I've been calling Mom at the end of every 3 innings, and I haven't called her with the final yet. She doesn't know that you've got your 4th victory.
Yes.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you very much.
And let's take a look here. You were really, blazing right through. You got stronger as you went. You got the strikeouts towards the end of
I think I ended up with, 6 strikeouts?
I had 5. Well, maybe there was...
Yeah.
Okay, no, okay. That's what you did. What you did 7, and then CJ came in for the last 2.
Yeah, maybe it was just 5.
Yeah, whatever. It's still a great performance.
Yeah, I felt pretty good today.
Yeah.
I felt better as I went along.
That's what I was indicating, that you were kind of getting stronger as you went longer. I told her, I called her at the end of 3, and I said everything is looking good. And then when I called her at the end of 6. I said, so the first question she asked me at the end of 3, because at that point you had no strikeouts, and she was a little concerned about that. So when I called her back, and I said, okay, he's in the groove now, he's striking guys out. Unfortunately, there was a little single in the 5th inning that, boom.
I felt they got a lot of, shimp singles.
Yes,
they didn't really.
Yeah,
they had
did.
one hit that they got the RBI single that he got. I thought was the only, legitimate hit they got all game. So
now, ERA-wise going in, it was 243, so it's got to come down from there a little bit.
It'll come down a little bit, but I'm getting to the point where I've thrown I'm getting, building up a lot of innings, so it's not going to go down too much.
Yeah. Yep, okay, but that's
not
okay.
Bad.
No.
The win-loss record is the most important stat.
Yeah, and right now that's looking very good.
4-1.
4-1.
I'll take it.
Yeah, and I got some great shots of you in the newspaper. The last time you pitched, they had a great shot the next day in the newspaper.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm putting all this stuff together, and I want to send it all out to Schneid.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, no, what the heck?
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
I told him I would keep him posted as to how you were doing, and last year was a hard luck year. The ERA was pretty good, but what was the final? 2-3, 2 and
5.
2 and 5. Okay.
I lost a lot of 2-1 ball games.
Oh, yes, you did. I remember.
But I mean, I've been getting some good support pitching, at least 5 runs a game.
Well, as a matter of fact, this gentleman right here, Dan Sylvester, is the general manager of the River Point Royals, and Danny and I have known each other for the better part of 30 years. Well, at least that. And we were talking about the situation that last year you had the hard luck thing. We were 20 and 22 this year, and I was mentioning it to Danny that the unsung part of the ball club this year is defense.
Yes. We've definitely been getting much better defense with Tabor and Haley and even Kraft up the middle.
Yep.
And, with Zarnicki and, Brandon and,
yep. And Drew out left field.
And Carbone and Lentz and Billy both do a great job.
They were all. Now, what does that do for you as a pitcher?
It makes me know that I can throw strikes, and that if I throw the ball over the plate and I know where they're going to hit it, that I know that there's, a good chance that it'll be fielded.
Yeah, it gives you a sense. It just adds to the confidence.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not pitching, I'm not saying I pitch tentative to begin with.
Oh, no, gosh, no, far from it. Okay. Everything's squared away. You're going to get it faxed out. Okay, Danny? Good. Okay. More than glad to help, young man. Like I say, I was a sportscaster in Rhode Island for several years, and Danny was the head coach of all kinds of sports at West Warwick High School, where he is now the general manager for the River Point Royals. But last year compared to this year, we talked about the defense, but I said, and I'll give you your one of a team of 4 that has made a huge difference in the attitude and the camaraderie and the chemistry of this year's ball club compared to last year.
I think we're 19-5 now.
Yep.
And I think what's happening is with winning comes team chemistry. You know what I mean? And the fact, I think we had some chemistry last year. We just didn't win a lot of games, so it was hard to get a winning attitude.
Yeah, but the chemistry was missing in certain situations where this year they're getting it.
Yeah.
They're getting it. Last night, classic example.
Yes, I mean, there's
2 one-run games in 10 innings.
It's a pretty gutsy team, and it's one of those things you always know, that, I mean, I wouldn't, if it's a tie ball game going into the 9th or 10th inning, I think there's a good chance that we'll win the game.
That's
just because we just kind of have that thing about us that we know we're going to win.
Okay.
Regardless.
Now, you're going back, when you go back to Michigan in, like next month or in September, whenever it is, that you'll be now, what, a senior?
I'm going to be a junior.
You're a junior?
Yeah, I'm only 20 years old.
Okay, that's fine. I want you to start the brigade of creating a new thing here with the Torrington Twisters. I'm going to put you on a spot with this one because we're good enough friends I can get away with this, to come back again for a third year. I think that'll be spectacular. Would that normally, under the circumstances, unless the Tigers make you such a phenomenal offer? Now, the Tigers still have the rights to you?
I got drafted by Detroit out of high school. What happens, like, once you enter college, you become like a, I'm
free agent again?
And I had to sign a card or something to kind of give my permission for the Tigers to draft me again.
Right.
But if I really want to sign, so if I get drafted next year.
Oh, I want you to sign too if you can. But if for any reason it just doesn't work out that way, do you feel another year of summer ball and then going back into your final year at Michigan would help you?
I think it would help me. It's a possibility. I've thought about coming back here. I've also thought about, I've been away from home for a long time, and I've thought about maybe if I don't get drafted, maybe go and play in a league in the Los Angeles or Southern California area.
Right,
so
exactly.
I'm not really sure what I'm going to do yet.
Well, I don't want to put you on the spot, but I'd love to have you back because I was thrilled when you and the other guys, you and Tabor and the other guys came back. And I think that has made a difference in this year's ball.
Yeah, I mean, we have a lot of experience on this team. Guys who knew what it was like last year to go 20 and 22. And this year we're about halfway done, and we've almost won as many games as we did last year. So it's good. We all come from good programs and stuff, so it's definitely a good thing. Yep.
And I not that you haven't as a person, except that I pretty much see the same Tim Leveque I saw last year. But you have definitely matured as a ball player.
Yes, I think.
As a pitcher.
I think I'm a little more poised now. A little more mature. Don't panic or don't overreact to certain situations. Right. And know that one pitch can get you out of an inning a lot of times if you make it.
That bodes well.
Definitely.
For the future, for a pro contract. And until you get that pro contract, we're going to do everything we can to keep you well fed.
Thank you, Dave.
Okay.
Wow.
So that is dinner for two at the Red Lobster, and I got to do an underwriting announcement to that effect. And as soon as we wrap up this interview, I'm going to give Mom a call and tell her you got victory number 4.
Thank you.
You're going to call her anyway, but
I will call her.
You will call her?
Yes, I will.
Okay. Well, tell her then that if you're going to call her, I don't need to call her.
I'll take care of it.
Okay, but I called her at the end of 3 and at the end of 6, and she'll be thrilled to hear the good news from you.
Okay, Dave.
Okay, buddy.
Thank you.
All right. Take care.
Take care.
And thank you, and congratulations for a great game.
Thank you very much.
So that's about it here at Fusionist Park. As Timmy just said, we have won our 19th ball game as the Torrington Twisters.